Welcome to Black Hippie Lounge. I'm your host, Chanel, and I want to do a quick check-in about somewhat continuing what I talked about last time, which was faith over fear. But I want to talk about a sermon that I listened to today from Pastor Jerry Flowers. I've mentioned him before, and definitely check him out. Check out his podcast. And today's episode that I listened to was called, I want to make sure I have the right information. Hold on. It was called Love is Patient. So this is he does seasons. So this is his cuffing season, volume 2. And the question is, are you patient enough for love? And I'm going to listen to that episode again. That's how good it was. And he said something that stood out to me, and definitely it was like when you go to church and you hear that sermon that you feel is literally like talking straight to you. That's what it felt like. So he said in the sermon, he said one part was, frustration is the roll call that lets you know patience is absent. And it was literally this morning, I was frustrated just because I've been doing a lot of things that are trying to move. I'm trying to make some moves in my life, and I feel like they're moving, but it's not. It's like that feeling where it's almost like this is how I feel. And I hope this makes sense. Like, I am in the front row of a play or a show, and I got my ticket, I got my popcorn, everything like that, and I'm ready for the show. I'm ready to be a part of this and stuff. But you can't see what's going on backstage. And backstage is, right now, for me in my life at least, and maybe it may for somebody else too, is like God is putting on the last touches and making the last run through and like making sure everything is good so that it can be a good show. And maybe my life won't be a show, but just saying that the things that I've been manifesting and praying for and working really, really hard for to come about in my life, they're coming. It's just like right now I have to wait, and I was getting a little frustrated because within me waiting involves me having to stay in an environment that I'm ready to leave. And for me personally, like when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. And when I'm ready to do something, I'm ready to do something. So I think that's definitely a lesson that I'm still learning, and that God has really, really been working on with me for I would say the past 2 years. I would say that when I began my transition and spiritual journey, that there are other things that I had to heal, but definitely things that I had to learn and practice is patience. And that's something that I struggle with. But just hearing that line, frustration is the roll call that lets you know patience is absent, it checked me like that. And I was just like, all right, and I just listened to the rest of the sermon, which was really great. Again, like I said, I'm going to listen to it again. That's how good it was. It was just really talking to everything that I had been thinking of going through. And I was frustrated this morning with some things, and it just definitely helped me chill out. And so I just wanted to check in and share that, because I feel like as we get closer to the end of the year, I know for me that was playing a role, because I had lately I've been my friend reached out to me today and just checked in with me about something, and I've been definitely in hermit mode. And I don't know if you know much about that, but it's there's a tarot card, the Hermit card, and I'm a Virgo, and I'm pretty sure the Hermit card is Virgo. Let me look it up 1 second. Tarot card meaning. So let me see. Hold on. I don't like that definition. Sorry. Hada. Hold on. Okay. The Hermit tarot card meaning. So the Hermit upright is soul searching, introspection, being alone, inner guidance. Reversed is isolation, loneliness, withdrawal. For me, I feel like it was definitely the upright. That's where I've been in, like soul searching, doing a lot of introspection, being alone, just guiding myself and talking to myself about, things that I need to work on in myself. So obviously you can't see, but in my room, something that I've been practicing for, I would say the past 2 years, is that I write affirmations on sticky notes and put them on my wall. I also tend to plan things. Like right now on my wall, I have a sticky note that says school, job, trip, and car. And like those are things that I'm trying to do. And I'll give myself a certain month that I, kind of not a deadline, but to keep myself in alignment with the things I'm trying to accomplish. And I felt like when I was reading those and just thinking of, just in general, like I've just been chilling, chilling by myself and taking the time to reflect on what it means to have this alone time, because I definitely feel like I'm in a space, and it's weird, and I'm not going to share it all, but I just feel like I have become so much in tune with myself and with the universe and within the God in me, that it's all I'm not even like I'm talking about it, I'm not anxious or anything. I already know what's to come. It's just right now I'm really snapping into myself, saying look, you got to get prepared for the things that are coming that you've been manifesting, so that you don't mess it up, and that it's, we're ready to move into this. We don't want to self-sabotage or anything. So I've been really in, like I said, in hermit mode, which is just doing a lot of soul searching and being by myself and just, vibing out with myself and enjoying this last bit of time that I will have with myself before things change for me in my life, based on the manifestations that I have been manifesting for myself. So I'll read a little bit of a description. The hermit stands alone on the top of a mountain. The snow-capped range symbolizes his spiritual mastery, growth, and accomplishment. He has chosen this path of self-discovery, and as a result has reached a heightened state of awareness. In his right hand, he holds a lantern with a 6-pointed star inside. It is the seal of Solomon, a symbol of wisdom. As the hermit walks his path, the lamp lights his way, but it only illuminates his next few steps rather than the full journey. He must step forward to see where to go next, knowing that not everything will be revealed at once. In his left hand, the side of the subconscious mind, the hermit holds a long staff, a sign of his power and authority, which he uses to guide and balance him. So that's definitely the mode that I've been in, like the hermit mode. I've just been knowing that I have things that are coming towards me. I just can't see fully everything, but knowing that they're already there is what is a part of the reason why I'm keep going, and why I'm getting in this mode of just calmness and getting ready for what's next. So let me see. The hermit upright shows that you are taking a break from everyday life to draw your energy and attention inward and find the answers you seek deep within your soul. You realize that your most profound sense of truth and knowledge is within yourself and not in the distractions of the outside world. You leave behind the mundane to set off on a journey of self-discovery, led only by your inner wisdom and guiding light. Now is the perfect time to go on a weekend retreat or sacred pilgrimage, anything in which you can contemplate your motivations, personal values, and principles, and get closer to your authentic self. The hermit invites you to retreat into your private world and experience a deep sense of seclusion and introspection. You know that you need to take this journey alone or with a small, intimate group of spiritually minded people. When you allow yourself to tune into your inner guiding light, you will hear the answers you need and grow wise beyond your years. Find your light, shine it on your soul, and create your unique path. You will see what lies ahead of you, not miles upon miles, but enough to know where to step next. From there, take one step at a time. The hermit often appears when you are at a pivotal point in your life and considering a new direction. Facts. Through meditation, contemplation, and self-examination, you may begin to reevaluate your personal goals and change your overall course. Literally what I was talking about. You will look at your life with a deeper, more spiritual understanding, and a few of your priorities will change as a result. The hermit also represents the desire to turn away from a consumerist or materialistic society to focus on your inner world. Have you ever seen or read Into the Wild? After graduating from university, top student and athlete Christopher McCandless abandons his possessions, gives his entire $24,000 savings account to charity, and hitchhikes to Alaska to live in the wilderness alone. Whilst his story has a tragic ending, his journey into the wild was like that of the hermit, who seeks answers within and knows they will come only with quiet and solitude. Finally, the hermit may appear in your life as a spiritual mentor, here to raise your vibration and enhance your consciousness. The beauty of this mentor is that while he may be an expert in his own right, he will teach you how to find your answers within you. So that's why I definitely resonate. I feel like that's just what I'm going through. It's like I'm, going within and looking for the answers and holding myself accountable. Like I was talking, just thinking about things that the choices that I've made this year. And, I feel like on the podcast, I had been talking about how everything that happened with school and stuff, and feeling like I wasn't sure why it happened. But I feel like at the same time, I wasn't holding myself accountable, or maybe I did a little bit. I think I talked about it on here, like the role that I played. But just again, I was just reflecting, just taking an accountability for where I am in life is like I play a role in that, and what it means and what to do moving forward, and how I'm going to move into 2022 and how I'm going to handle the things that are coming in 2022. So, for me, I'm not like harboring on anything. I'm at peace with where I'm at and what I'm doing, because I know that there are things that are coming that are going to be literally what I've been praying for. So it's like sometimes I feel like I get frustrated when I am pressuring myself, or if I'm find myself focusing on the negatives. And that usually is when I'm anxious and not being patient, because another thing that I saw, I don't even know if I kept it. Hold on. So it says November 28th, the only way to communicate to the universe and yourself that you're ready to receive what you've been asking for is by actually believing that you can attain it. See, you often affirm that you're ready for all of your dreams to manifest, but then you go on to doubt that it'll ever happen. That disconnects your alignment from the frequency of readiness. It doesn't go far enough. It doesn't genuinely tune in with your desires. Saying you're ready and believing that it's going to happen in divine timing is the resonance you're looking for. The blessings are rolling in. And I saw that message today too. And I definitely feel like that's what I'm talking about. It's like I was frustrated because I allowed that doubt to come in. And it's another quote that I saw. I'm gonna like be quoting you guys up today, but there's another one that I saw that it's just all coming together. So it says, if there's a plan B to your plan A, then we are not the same. You plan to fail. And I feel like that I wasn't necessarily planning to fail, but I also know that I have the tendency to try to always be over prepared and like be prepared for something to not go the way that I wanted to go because of past experiences of just not getting things the way that I thought it was going to be, or just past failures or past things not coming together. And when you have that happen in your life a couple of times in different areas, whether it be jobs, relationships, friendships, whatever, or just in life, we have the human tendency to sometimes like we do prepare for the worst and we do go to the negative because that's what you've experienced. And it's hard sometimes to believe that something is this time it's going to work, or that this time it's going to be, you're going to get everything that you asked for. There's not going to be any gimmicks to it, or, you're going to get this, but you're going to have to suffer for this. Like, sometimes it's hard when you have suffered, that when the right thing and the divine timing comes, that it is, all what it says it's going to be. If that makes any sense. So, but that's like the frustration part for me, is the panic. It's the frustration comes from for me, it's the anxiety of thinking negative or potentially doubting something to actually come about. And so just catching myself with that, with the frustration, and knowing that it's not going to help and it's not going to change whatever's going to happen, and thinking more positive and sending that type of energy out, so that is the outcome that I get, is what I was able to not necessarily learn today, but practice today. Catching yourself when you are in a vibration of negative energy and doubt, or panic, or frustration, or anxiety, or despair, or sadness, to catch yourself and try your best to flip it into, no, that's actually not what's going to happen. I am going to get what I've been manifesting because I did A, B, and C. And even if I don't get it, I know that the work that I've been putting in is going to bring about whatever God has for me. And that's something that, again, it takes practice, I feel, and it takes a lot of self-discipline to practice that, and to talk to yourself that way, and to believe all that. And, it's easy to be all spiritual and like love and light and all that stuff, but when that light is dimmed and you are in a space where you feel like it's the end, or you feel like you are doing all this stuff and nothing is coming about and things are getting worse and worse, that is a time when you are being tested. And I feel like definitely for me, that's occurring for me. It's just being tested. And things always get harder right before they level up. So just remembering that, and that, manifestation is real. Start speaking positivity into your life. Change the way you think, change the way you speak. These are quotes that I have on my Instagram, but just trying to change things around. It's crazy. Like today, I really just saw like mad messages that came to me from the universe. Like another one I saw on Twitter, I earned a degree at 33. I'm just now making over 6 figures and building my first home at 36. Social media will have you believing that you're a failure at 25 if you haven't achieved these things that I'm just now getting. Walk your own path, it'll come. So again, like it's all these messages coming about of just telling me to stay focused, and you too, like stay focused. Things are going to get harder right before the level up, and fight through it because you know what's on the other side because you manifested it. So no matter what dirt gets thrown in your face, or, what obstacles you face, just keep going because you know what's on the other side. And if you want it that bad, you're going to go through it. You're going to go through whatever it is. So don't let the frustration or the anger or the sadness or the negative emotions get the best of you. Fight through them, overcome them if you can. Try to ignore them, or just try to stick to the plan. No matter what, no matter who changes on you, stick to the plan. And even if you got to do that by yourself, stick to the plan. If that's what you really want for yourself, do it. And don't plan to fail. Just, it's, to me, I would say right now, actually not right now, but in the past, I would say the old me, I always, not necessarily plan to fail, but I always felt like I had to you always got to have a backup plan. That was always what I believed and what I was told. But sometimes it takes you to have that one time, maybe that one time in your life where you don't have a plan B. And people might think that you're crazy and, tell you, oh, what are you going to do if this doesn't work out? But, I feel like taking that chance on yourself, if you bet on yourself, that I don't need a plan B because this is going to work. I may not know fully how, but I have so much faith in myself and what I'm capable of and in my dreams and my manifestation and what I want, that God is going to support it and I'm going to get what I want. And having that mindset and belief and that feeling in you, there's nothing that you can't do, and there's nothing that you can't conquer, and there's nothing that can come your way that's going to stop it. So get rid of the plan B, stick to plan A, follow through on it, don't plan to fail. And remember that, let frustration go and let things play out the way they're going to play. And be patient, trust the process. Everything is going to work out in divine timing. It already is working in divine timing. Don't self-sabotage your manifestations and your blessings by allowing frustration to come to make you impatient and do drastic things or make drastic choices. Just chill out and let it be. Still do what you need to do on your end, but let God continue putting the show together, and then enjoy the show, So I hope that this resonated with someone, that it was helpful. Sorry I didn't get to record yesterday, but this is the right timing. So, I didn't have a message really yesterday. So today I needed to reflect yesterday, actually. So this is why divine timing, it was better for today, right? Because I had to think about some stuff yesterday and clear my mind and get myself together and have this message. I needed that message from Jerry Flowers today for me to give this one to you guys. So check out that podcast. Honestly, it's a sermon. He's a pastor. I think I told you guys he's in Texas, but it was really good. Like I said, I'm gonna listen to it again, and I hope that you guys had a great holiday weekend and time with your family, friends, whoever, with yourself, and that you have a great week. And that's all I got. I watched Insecure, which was a good episode as well. I don't know if you guys watch. The season's about to end, actually. I feel like, I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. It's 4 more episodes left, but great episode in my opinion. Great music as usual. And yeah, so I want you guys to try to interact more. I don't know. I'm really gonna I've been thinking about doing a live on Instagram. I would just have to do it after the semester, just because my time is kind of crunched right now. There's a lot of different projects I'm trying to do. So yeah, maybe the end of the semester, I will try to do a live. I will maybe try to do an announcement on Instagram first about it to kind of remind you guys and ask some questions of what you want to talk about. You guys can ask me whatever you want on there. We can just talk about whatever, ask questions. I don't have any tarot cards, so I can't pull any cards for you, but I can just talk or answer any questions or whatever, whether it be personal stuff or advice or something like that. Yeah, if you guys can maybe I'll make a post so that you guys can interact and let me know what you think about it, if you're gonna participate or not. I think that'll be kind of cool for me to try to interact with you guys. That's all I got. So I hope this resonated with you. Thank you for listening to Black Hippie Lounge. I'm your host, Chanel. And as always, take it day by day. I hope you enjoy your week. Stay safe. And meditate, manifest, invest in you. Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Join me on my spiritual journey as I elevate myself and like-minded listeners to a higher level mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for listening. This is Black Hippie Lounge, and I am your host, Chanel.